Well. Big surprise. The Charlotte Hornets are horrible, starting off 3-7. But Miles Bridges is back. So a glimmer of hope for Charlotte Hornets fans in Miles Bridges coming back. And we're going to look today at how he can look to change the fortunes of this team. LaMelo Ball, Mark Williams, PJ Washington, all playing really well out of the gate. But the Hornets, there's a couple of huge reasons that they cannot win basketball games right now. Number one, injuries. They've had some key guys go down. 3 rotation players are out right now, with Rozier missing 5 games. Hayward has missed a game, and Brandon Miller, the rookie, has missed a game. Cody Martin hasn't even played. Neither has Miles Bridges. So there is half of your rotation currently injured right now. Another big reason is the defense. We bring in a defensive coach in Steve Clifford, and he is 30th in defensive rating, 27th in opponent's points per game. Now, I don't exactly blame him. Really, right now, all he's got is like LaMelo, PJ, and Mark. A little bit of Gordon Hayward. Melo's carrying right now. Over his last 5 games, he's averaging 30 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists. Absolute superstar numbers from LaMelo after a slow start to the year. His efficiency has been really good. 55% from the field, 48% from 3, 9 attempts from 3 per game, and 48%. That's pretty solid. However, we are just 1-4 during this 5-game stretch, and there are a couple of reasons for that. Number one, Miles makes a huge difference. Not having Miles is obviously massive. LaMelo, Brandon Miller, Scary Terry, they're all, they get the majority of their buckets from the perimeter, whether it be from shooting from outside or from driving in. Miles, he gives you a 20-point per game interior presence, scoring the vast majority of his points from inside probably 20 feet, 15 or 20 feet, which is odd in today's NBA. Now, these guys are solid. PJ Washington's been good to start the year. Mark Williams has been good to start the year. Gordon Hayward's been good to start the year. We're going to talk about those guys, and they have been very solid, but, they're not Miles Bridges. Miles can give you 20 points a game on 50% shooting and can also give you 7 rebounds to go with it. None of these guys are quite there yet. Gordon Hayward used to be there. He's not there anymore. So today we're going to be looking at some reasons and some ways that the Hornets could get back on track. So make sure to hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy today's video at any point, or if you are already enjoying it. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. This is the place to be if you like NBA basketball. So we've had some pleasant surprises to start the year. One being PJ Washington, who we brought back 3 years, $48 million this offseason, and it's looking like a steal. 17.2 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, 2.1 assists per night. LaMelo and PJ is one of the most, I think it's the 4th most assisted duo in the NBA. 48% from the field, 33% from 3 in 33 minutes for PJ this year. Really solid stuff. Brandon Miller got off to a really hot start. And then, he kind of cooled off a little bit, but he's averaging 13 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 2 assists in his first 8 games. We'll mark out that 9th game. But he was really efficient in that game, so it will definitely bring his efficiency up. But I did his efficiency for the first 8 games, so that's kind of factored in here. 41% from the field, 22% from 3 in 32 minutes a night. Going back and looking at it, though, if you add in that last game where he was like 5 for 6 to start the game, he's shooting at 45% from the field, 28% from 3. So a solid start for Brandon Miller in his Rookie of the Year campaign. He's like 4th on the list right now, I think. Gordon Hayward, a little flash from the past here, 17.2 points a night, 5.5 rebounds, 5.2 assists per game. Really solid start for Gordon Hayward. Now just stay healthy, baby. I know you missed a game, but don't miss too many. If you can play 65 games, I will be elated. 47% from the field, 39% from 3, and 1 steal for Gordon so far this year. And that's just what he does for you. Really efficient, really good scorer, even at his old age with his glass bones and paper skin. Mark Williams, 14.5 points a game, 9 rebounds, really solid stuff there. Only 0.7 blocks is a bit interesting, but we'll get into that here in a second. He's only playing 25 minutes per game for one, which, those stats in 25 minutes is kind of crazy. 1 assist, 1 steal. He's shooting at 75% from the field, for crying out loud, but he is an elite shot alterer. So, if somebody sees Mark standing in the paint at 7'1" with a 9'9" standing reach, they're not even really going to try to go up over that guy. That's what I mean by an elite shot alterer. Now, 3-7, in my opinion, this is on general management. we have a really solid top 6. Especially when you throw Miles Bridges in there. That's a really solid top 7. That's a great rotation. Great top end of the rotation with LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges being your 2 stars. You got PJ, Terry, Gordon, Brandon Miller playing off of that. There is a good foundation here in Charlotte. Don't get it mistaken. But we just have no depth. Okay, with Miles Bridges being out, that kind of threw a wrench in their plans. And I guess they didn't know the severity of Cody Martin's knee injury because he hadn't played. So there's 7-8 in your rotation. Nick Richards has been solid, so we can say he's theoretically the 9th guy there. 9 points per game, 6.4 rebounds in 18 minutes a game. So really, if you add in Nick, there's okay, you got a good 7. You get Miles back, that's 8. Hopefully Cody Martin can come back at some point. But right now, these guys all have to play in our current bench unit. No hate to these guys, but we just get demolished anytime the starters come out. Now, this could have been very easily solved. Both Kelly Oubre and Dennis Smith Jr. signed minimum deals to go elsewhere in free agency this year. I mean, what are we doing? Minimum deals? Really? Especially Oubre, he's averaging like 20 a game in Philadelphia. And he wouldn't have got hit by a car. Prayers up, by the way. They're setting Steve Clifford up for failure. That is just very poor management, in my opinion. You can't even say it's about money because they both signed minimum deals. Or Oubre might not have signed a minimum, but he signed for a very small amount of money. And then looking at the schedule, Miles comes back. We play Milwaukee. And then the Knicks are pretty good. They just destroyed us in the Garden. We get them at home, so that's all right. But then we got to play Boston. So if we can take 2 out of 4, I'd be happy. Move us to 5-9. Not great. Go to Orlando. Go to New York. To Brooklyn. I mean, I guess those are winnable games. But at some point, Miles is going to have to prove he is a difference maker. We're behind the 8 ball. I don't know. I don't think this team has it in it to, even with Miles, to go out and make a run. I hope they prove me wrong, but there's just not enough depth on this team. And again, it falls directly onto management. Now, maybe Nick Smith Jr. can come out and give us something. Maybe McGowan's Book Night, one of those guys, can continue to play better. But in my opinion, I would have went with the solid, I can get you 20 a game off the bench in Kelly Oubre, and the solid, I can get you 9 points, 5 rebounds, a couple steals, and be efficient while controlling the game while LaMelo's out in Dennis Smith Jr. instead of Teo Maledon. That's just my opinion. You guys let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. But as a Hornets fan, this has been a very disappointing start to the season because it could have gone so much better. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like button and hit the subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. It'll really help us out in the YouTube algorithm. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video.